Kingdom Hearts, Believers of Equestria, Episode 1, The Return of the Storm King Part 1, Act 2, Part 1. Location, Meadowbank, Primrose, London. In the day, Charlie McAvoy, age 29, who has mild form autism, dreamed to become a famous scriptwriter, and he is obsessed with his favorite video game and TV show, Kingdom Hearts and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. He got out of bed, had a bath, brushed his teeth, got dressed, and was ready for a long session of watching My Little Pony and playing his video game Kingdom Hearts. Charlie McAvoy said, "Yo, Patrick, is my breakfast ready?" Charlie is British, but he picked up a strong American accent. Patrick Walter said, "Coming right up, buddy." Patrick Walter, age 44, who was Charlie's carer, was bringing breakfast to Charlie's bedroom. Patrick Walter said, "How's the second script coming along?" Charlie McAvoy said, "It's going very well, but I'm still waiting for Mr. Davis to confirm my first script. True believers believing is powerful. It's been 2 years now." Patrick Walter said, "I know, but remember, Mr. Davis did reply to you about your script and your title cover. But before that, you read your script to me and I love it. Then, while we watch My Little Pony the movie together, I understand the pony characters completely." Charlie McAvoy said, "Yeah, but I watched all the episodes, TV movie / special, and the Christmas special." Patrick noticed that Charlie looked sad. Patrick Walter said, "You're still worried about your mum, are you?" Charlie McAvoy said, "Yes, I tried everything, explaining, being honest, telling her how much I wanted to come back home. I wanted to come back home," he meant. Patrick Walter said, "Charlie, your mom was about to put you in a care home until I showed up. You don't need help, your mom needs help. And if she's not going to budge in, then there's one thing she will. You need to complete your dreams, and in order to do that, it's believing yourself. And that's all I want for you, my friend, so you can become famous, move to America, and meet the actors who voice your favorite characters, including Starlight Glimmer." Charlie smiled because he felt better. Charlie McAvoy said, "Yeah, she is my least favorite. Oh, Patrick, when my friends are coming. The doorbell rang. Patrick Walter said, "That must be them now." Charlie felt excited, so he went downstairs and opened the door. Robin McDonald, age 29, and Kevin Daly, age 28, came inside and hugged Charlie. They'd been friends for 14 years and they had a lot in common. Robin McDonald said, "What are we going to do now, Charlie?" Charlie McAvoy said, "First, we're going to play Kingdom Hearts 3 and watch My Little Pony." Robin McDonald shouted, "Yay!" Kevin moaned. Kevin Daly said, "My Little Pony? I thought we were going to watch Sonic X." While the trio watched to Charlie's bedroom, Patrick smiled and went to the living room. Patrick Walter said, "What a team." Location, Swiss Cottage, North London. Matthew lives in Tableau Towers on the 32nd floor. He was busy putting the remaining stone pieces of the Storm King in the correct order. After he was finished, nothing happened. Matthew laughed. Matthew O'Connell said, I know I must have imagined it last night. It's not like this big statue is going to come to life." While Matthew went to the kitchen to get a can of apple tango from the fridge, the statue was glowing with green darkness. Matthew left the kitchen and saw the statue turn back into the Storm King. Matthew looked surprised while he dropped his apple tango on the floor. The Storm King said, "Finally, I'm free from that treacherous unicorn." The Storm King looked around. The Storm King said, "This isn't Canterlot." The Storm King spotted Matthew and pointed at him. The Storm King said, "You creature, what is this place?" Matthew's surprised face turned into a happy face. Matthew O'Connell said, "The Storm King, you're real. You're really real." Matthew got down on his knees. Matthew O'Connell said, "My name is Matthew O'Connell. I've been your biggest fan since I watched My Little Pony, the movie 2 years ago. I love your giant tornado, and I also love when you say. I also love when you. I also love when you. Sorry, hang on. I also love when you say. I also love it when you say. Now I'm true. Now I truly am the Storm King, and the entire world will bow to my ba 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 boom, baby. The Storm King looked awkward. The Storm King said, "Okay, I wasn't expecting that. What is this place?" Matthew O'Connell said, "Well, The Storm King shouted, "Answer me or face my wrath!" Matthew quickly stood up. Matthew O'Connell said, "You're in London, UK, which stands for United Kingdom." And Storm King said, "United Kingdom? Am I in the outside world? Well, I'm not planning to stay here. I need to get back to the realm in Equestria. I need to get back to my realm in Equestria. Matthew, do you know anything about the Bermuda Triangle?" Matthew O'Connell said, Isn't that the ocean where the boats and planes mysteriously disappeared?" The Storm King said, "That's what you believe? Do you have a map of the out? Don't you have a map to the outside? Don't you have a map? Oh, sorry, hang on. Do you have the map of the outside? Do you have the map of the outside world?" Matthew O'Connell said, "I have one on the computer." Hang on a second, hang on. Matthew knew exactly what the Storm King was talking about. Matthew O'Connell said, "I have one on the computer." The Storm King looked confused. The Storm King said, "What's a computer?" Matthew O'Connell said, "It's like an advanced version of a book with technology, which is our version of magic." Matthew turned on his computer, found the map where the United Kingdom and the Bermuda Triangle was. Matthew O'Connell said, "We are somewhere here, and the Bermuda Triangle is over there." The Storm King looked at the map on the computer screen and pointed at the Bermuda Triangle. "And point where the Bermuda Triangle is." The Storm King said, "That's where Equestria is, but I need an airship to get there." "Well, we don't have any airships in London, Your Majesty, but we do have a cruise ship at Southampton Dock. But it only runs in water, I'm afraid." Matthew O'Connell said. Now the Storm King said, "It will have to do." Matthew O'Connell said, "You're going to steal the cruise ship?" The Storm King said, "And what's wrong with that?" Matthew O'Connell said, "Nothing. It's your decision, your evilness." The Storm King said, "Anyway, I had enough magic. To steal the ship and gather an army, but I need more from my staff of Sarganis. I assume it's in Canterlot. Once I retrieved it, I will Equestria and destroy that broken unicorn, turn me into the statue. I will Equestria and destroy that broken unicorn who turned me into a statue. Tempest Shadow." Matthew O'Connell said, "That's your revenge? But why did you use her?" The Storm King said, "Because she's weak, like Grubber and Captain Solano." Matthew looked angry. Matthew O'Connell said, "I know how you feel. I know how you feel. You know what? You want to know my revenge? Charlie McAvoy. He was my best friend, but his mum told him that I'm a bully, and he completely believed her. When I want to make up to him, but my mom won't let me. She threw me out, and I spent 2 years living alone. I want to destroy Charlie, and he'll know I'm a real bully." The Storm King really liked Matthew's anger. The Storm King said, "I'm impressed, Matthew. Your anger will help you complete your revenge, and for that, I'll grant you a marvelous gift: the power of darkness." The Storm King held out his hand and poured darkness into Matthew. Matthew looked darker and evil. Matthew O'Connell said, "Your Majesty, I feel stronger and powerful." The Storm King said, You will be able to take control of my minions, and they won't hurt you. Well, time to go." Matthew stopped the Storm King from leaving. Matthew O'Connell said, "But wait, there's a lot of people in the building. How are you supposed to get to Southampton without being seen?" The Storm King said, "Why don't we take the shortcut?" The Storm King held out his hand and opened a dark portal. Matthew smiled evilly. Matthew O'Connell said, "Soon, Charlie, soon." The next video will be Act 2, Part 2. Remember, believing is powerful.